for dance therapy.
Okay. We are so ready. So reach up, open up your side body, lift your ribs, warm up your waist. Oh yes. Feels so good. Hands on your shoulders. Twist, keep your hips straight ahead. Get your abs going. We have a great class tonight. I don't know which ones are my favorite. What am I supposed to say? Our class is kind of so-so tonight. Of course,
We're just gonna have a mediocre
we're
time.
gonna have a mediocre.
Mediocre.
It's gonna be great.
Never. Always good. It's like good and then it just gets
Yeah.
like on top of good. Base level is good.
We are ready to move. Big circle. Big circle. Reverse it. There we go. Turn it in. Figure eight. Forward figure eight. Nice graceful arms and hands. Go the other way. Figure eight to that. Yeah. You're listening to Middle-Earth. Frank Pizarro. Middle-Earth is one of my favorite bands. It's great, nothing music. Love it. All right, take it up and over. Everybody checking in, I hope. I see little things happening. Make sure that you can hear us, you can see us. Up and over, up and over, up. Now switch up and in. Figure eight, vertical. Ribcage, circle, circle. Just loosen up, upper back, ribs, stomach. Swirl it around. Reverse your circle. Yeah. Hip circle. Put it together, rib and hip. Little copywriter. And we're just getting ourselves warmed up. And reverse. Oh yes, okay. I'm happy again.
Very nice.
Okay.
Let's see who has joined us in the meantime. Brenda is
Hi, Brenda.
here and Susan is here.
Yay!
And
Okay.
so is Sarah.
Okay.
And I think we have some people on
So
Instagram.
we got our crew here. We can dance.
Say
I'm
hi.
gonna say hi to our peeps on
I'm actually
Instagram.
gonna shift a little bit, and I think we
Okay.
need to step just a little bit further back than usual because
Okay.
our feet are getting cut off a little bit.
All right. So I should be here.
I will tell you in like 10 seconds.
Oh, that's right. There's a delay.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect. That's
Okay.
perfect.
I was getting too close.
We've switched up our setup a little bit, so
Yeah.
we're checking on things.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. That's
good.
perfect.
All right. So
Wonderful.
we got warmed up. We have our music by Middle-Earth.
Other people again.
Oh, we got more peeps
Or
checking
something.
in.
Oh, Sunita is here.
Sunita's here. Yay! Good. All right, we've got a good group tonight. Sorry about Wednesday. I had something come up. I couldn't get out of it, and I had to cancel at the last minute. Of course, you know, I have great guilt whenever I don't do a class, but hopefully you all got that message, and you forgive me. And we will have a really good class right now. So our theme for tonight, what is our theme?
Variation.
Yes, all right. So we're using variations to create choreography. So it's a pretty simple, you know, I like to teach you and show you how to use formulas so you can take and run off on your own and do things without having to follow somebody. You just use the formula. So this formula is taking a step And we're going to pick some pretty simple ones, and you can make them as complicated as you want. But as you know, a lot of belly dance steps have variations. You can do them high, low, big, small, left, right, so many variations. So we're going to take a couple of steps and vary them, and then we're going to make choreography from the variations. And if you were here a couple classes ago, we talked about connector steps, steps that bring other steps together. And I focused on a few of them. One of them was a pivot turn. So we're going to look at that. And then one of them was a step turn with a step ball change. That's a really good one. And then what was the other one? The other one was, oh yeah, the box step. Box step is a great connector. So that's going to be our formula and our thing for tonight, is taking a variation, using a variation of a step, using a connector step, and then putting it with a different variation of the same step, if that makes sense.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. I'm trying to also think of things that are creative, but simple, because you can do a whole, sometimes you just don't feel it. Sometimes, you ultimately you want to listen to the music. Oh, I feel like this, right? But sometimes you can't get it, or if you're like me, I don't remember my own choreography. I do it and I'm so inspired, and then I have to ask Nikki, what did I just do? It's like this moment comes and, oh, now it's gone.
It disappears.
Yeah.
It arrives and disappears.
Yeah. So I got okay, write it down quick or video it, because it's gone. So some things that are simple for the brain, and sometimes you just want to get some stuff written down and start getting, it's good to get repertoire, right? Good to get things that you know that you just plug in. As long as there's an 8 count, that step can go, right?
Yeah,
so
very useful.
This is pick your variation of the step, put your connector, pick another variation, connect it, and so on, like building blocks, all right? So let's start by reviewing the connector steps real quick, starting with the pivot.
Oh, and then also if you forget your choreography when you're doing your show or something, you have something just like that. You
Yes.
Just, oh, I don't remember what I'm doing. Okay, 8 counts, whatever. All right, now I'm good.
Okay, exactly. Sometimes you lose your place in the music. I remember that other part. It's coming up, but for now, I'm going to plug in this step with the connector, and we'll be good.
There we go. There we go.
You have to have 8 counts, 12 counts, 16 counts, 32 counts in your back pocket that you can just pull out and plug in. So that's what we're going to work on. Let's look at pivots first, all right? Pivots are pretty simple, but I just want to get them back in your mind. So you're going to pick a foot. So I'm going to pick my right, which may be your left, and step forward on it. Turn halfway. Step with the same foot again. Turn halfway. And ta-da, you've just done 2 pivots. So step, turn halfway. Step, turn halfway. The grounded foot stays on the ground. So the difference between a pivot turn and another turn is when you step and turn around, your pivotal foot stays on the ground. Whereas a turn here, if you turn, you would pick that foot up and turn, and actually both feet would come off the ground. And that would be a different kind of turn. So pivot turn keeps you in one spot. So it's very good for what we're doing because it's a small space turn. We don't have much, we really don't have a lot of room. So
we're going to do it so we stay on Instagram,
guys.
I know. So we inside Instagram still.
Yeah. All right, other foot step, now half turn. Step with the same foot, half turn. So you see this one foot here staying on the ground. So I'm stepping with my left, turning to my right, keeping my right foot on the ground, stepping left, turning with my right. And those are half pivots. Pivot turns typically are done in halves, but you can also step, turn, pivot, and come around, and you can do a full pivot. So that's always fun too. So let's try a couple of those. Step left, turn right, full pivot, and then step right, turn left, full pivot. Yes. And did you remember to turn with your shoulders? Maybe.
Not I wouldn't mind a do-over, but you
do-over.
I could do a do-over.
So when you step and start, it starts here, right? Shoulders are going to make it happen. So full pivot, step right, turn left, turn your shoulders. It should feel much better.
Way better.
And then the other side step, turn right, and around we go. So half pivot, full pivot. You can also do quarter pivots, right? Which, you can do those, right? Sometimes you do 4, sometimes you do 2, sometimes you just turn. One of the variations we're going to do tonight is a reverse reverse half pivot. So you can also step back and pivot to the rear and be facing a new direction. And then just try it again. Take any foot, step behind yourself, turn and step onto that foot, and you've done a half pivot in reverse, right? So that's a pretty good pivot turn. All right, the next connector step is the box, and you're going to step in the four corners of a box. So you'll be in the front corner of your picture. Just put a box on the floor, right, so you can see it. Get in the front corner, whichever side you're on. Step across to the opposite front corner. So you're going from front corner to front corner. Now go to the back corner and to the other back, right? Step forward and go across. So you have two in the front. Step back, go across. Now you have the two back corners. The right and left really doesn't matter because we're going to do it both ways. So we have front corner, front, back, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, da, 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 da. And you can start your box at any place that you want to start. You can start stepping forward as the 1, 2, 3, 4, or very often you'll see me starting with the cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. Wherever you want to start is fine, wherever it fits in your choreography. All right, other side, cross over from front corner to front corner. Go back, back corner, and we got some Instagrammers too. Back corner, all right? So front, back, other back. Question?
No, so Nita said the turn from the shoulder is a secret ingredient in the tone recipe.
Yes, it is. I love that.
So true, so true.
I love that.
And then we're going to wave at some people that are hanging out on Instagram too. Hi, Instagram people.
It certainly is a secret ingredient.
It is.
It is.
Sure.
So step front corner, back corner, back corner. Now I'm making my box reasonably large so you can see where it is on the floor. When you actually do it for real, it just can be little, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter at all. And then what we want to do is open up the box and turn with this lovely box. So you're going to step, how does this go? Oh yeah, step across to the front, back corner, now turn around and turn again. So you end up, you do two, let's see, how do you go? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you do 2 steps facing the direction you're facing, and then you turn for 2 steps. So we cross over, front corner. Now, forget the corners right now. Just turn around. Take 2 counts. 1, 2, right? And you're, 1, 2.
I did the same thing.
And you're turning. And then you start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross. 1, 2, turn, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one looks really complicated. It's really cool. So watch. So if I'm going la 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 la, right now watch the turn. So complicated. And again, isn't that nice? It's like, yes, I just did that. But it's really not, is it? It's really not.
Yeah,
You just cross for 2 and turn for 2 and blah, there you are. The key on a lot of these steps, don't overthink it. Okay? Don't overthink it. Your brain definitely gets in the way, and you will when I was learning this, I'm here, and literally I would stop because I didn't know which way to go because I had to analyze it. Don't just go, right? So cross, step. Now that you're already turning that way, keep going. Keep going the same way. You'll turn the same direction. If you don't stop and think about it, your body will actually just do it for you, which is really nice.
I kind of, for me, something that helped me is I felt like I was inside like a circle, so I couldn't get out of this. I was just following along the circle, like when you're a kid, right?
And you're inside, like you're inside a hula hoop.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
And that also like made me go, oh, this is gonna be such a beautiful.
Yeah. It's so pretty. It's such a pretty move. So it's a really great connector step.
Super
really great. So boxes and box with turns. And then the other one was, the step, turn, step, ball change. All right, so you're going to step with your left foot. You're going to turn left, so half turn left. Take 1 step, and then ball, let's see. Step, turn, step, ball, change. Okay.
I have to actually make those sounds, and then I'll be fine.
It's 4 counts, so it's step, turn, step, ball, change, step, start on the 1, that's the direction you go. So this is my left foot, I'm going to turn left. So step, turn left, step, ball, change, step, right, turn right, step, ball, change. Yep. And ball change is, remember, ball of the foot, change your weight. That's all it is. Ball of the foot, change your weight. Step on the ball, change your weight. You do not put your heel down on the ball. You stay on the ball of your foot, shift your weight, keep your heel up, and come back to the original foot. Ball change, ball, that's all it is. Ball change, ball change, ball change, ball change. All right, so let's try it on the right side. Turning right, step, turn, step, ball change, left, step, turn, step, ball change. Okay? So we have 3 really good connector steps. We got a pivot, we got a step, turn, step, ball change, and we've got a box step. And you can sprinkle those, right? We did a whole class on those. So we're going to revive them. So now we're going to take a basic hip lift, basic Egyptian, because this step has more variations than I can even remember most of the time. I teach a lot of them, and then I'll finish and going, oh shoot, I forgot that one. Oh, and I forgot that one and that one. There's so many variations. So we're going to look at some of those. So let's start with a basic Egyptian going forward, and we're going to put in that reverse pivot that I showed you. All right, so you're going to step, basic Egyptian, place your foot, put the ball of your foot on the ground, use your glute muscle of your working leg and your quad to tighten, squeeze, and push the hip forward, right? And push, and push, and push. The base leg stays bent. It's in a demi-plie. You're going to stay there. Don't come up, right? When you straighten, don't bring both legs up. Just bring the one. The first, so the leg that's doing the job, that's moving the hip, is the working leg. The leg that's not, that you're standing on, is your foundation leg, your support leg. All right? Support leg is bent, working leg is bent, and then you thrust your hip forward and squeeze your glute of the working leg. Push, release, push, release, push, release, push, release, push, other side. Step, place the ball, and squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. There you go. That's it. Now, how much do you push? How far do you go? Right now, that's up to you. But I'll just tell you, because there'll be other classes on this, there are basically 3 phases, all right? Depending on where this step is, because sometimes you just don't have time to, there's the full expression, there's kind of a mid-range, and then there's a small one, all right? So a small, a medium, and a large. So I'll just show you, and you get to pick, because right now it doesn't really matter. So sometimes when you're doing this step in between or walking in a certain way, you only have time to do a certain one. So the small one, it's just pushing the hip joint forward. You always squeeze your glute. You always tighten your leg, right? You always keep your base leg bent. That remains the same. It's a matter of how big of a hip move do you get. So see, this is just like a little, right? A little push, little lift from the front, okay? Now, push a little further so you get more of your leg. Now, your base foot, your working foot, turn it completely sideways, and you get the back, almost the side rear end of your hip. That's the full one, all right? So, small, medium, large. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay? So, and right? Just make it small, medium, large. Other side, step, place, keep your shoulders forward. Small, medium, full, large. And it's really a function of the foot. The foot here on the small doesn't move. It moves a tiny bit on the medium, and it turns completely sideways. So see, my toe is forward. It's going to end up turned sideways, so my heel and toe are perpendicular. So that's the large. And that's what gets you there. Because if you don't turn your foot, guess what? Your hip won't go at all. You'll just hurt your knee. Right? We don't want any of that. So hip forward for small, medium, and full turn. Big. So it doesn't matter which one you do, but you have all those options. All right, so let's do a basic in place. We're going to step and lift and step and lift and step and lift and step and lift. Pick your favorite one as well.
We have a hi.
Do we have a hi?
From Instagram.
Oh, good.
Build Travel says.
Okay.
Give smiley faces.
Oh,
for
good.
us.
Yay. Nice. Good. All right. So, let's see. Step 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Reverse pivot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pivot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot. Yes. Good. All right. So, reverse pivot with the basic Egyptian is our first little bit. Okay.
All right.
Now, side basic. Side basic. All right, so it's this basic Egyptian. There's probably 80 variations of this stupid thing. All right, so now we step in forward. That's the front. Regular, this is the base step. This is it. All right, now the variation. Step, lift, side. Step, lift, side. Step, lift, side. Step, lift, side. When you do this, be careful that you don't step, pick up your foot, and stomp it down, right? It's not a, right? It is a slide and a lift, right? You want your hip to go up. You don't want it to jazz, right?
And then say, no disco.
Yeah, it's not disco.
No disco, no jazz.
The thing about moving your feet around for the basic Egyptian, it's best if you keep your feet on the floor. So when you go to the front, you don't actually pick up your foot, you slide it along the floor, right? So you can't really see that well, but if you look at my feet, they're not lifting. They are just sliding to place and pushing. That's it. Same thing to the side. Step, slide, push, step, slide, push. Gives you a different look because we don't want this, right? That's foot emphasis, right? We see the foot, right? And we don't want to. It's all about the hips. So the feet should be subtle. So step, lift, side, step, lift, side. And side, this one's actually easier than the front, don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier. All right, and then our connector step for this one is going to be the box. So whichever foot is sticking out, cross over. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, 5, 6, 7, 8, step side. Da, da, box, 2, 3, 4, turn, 5, 6, 7, 8, just as an example, all right? It doesn't have to be that way all the time. So we have front forward facing basic Egyptian with a reverse pivot, and then we have a side basic with a box and a turning box, right? That's what we have so far.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, reverse, 5, 6, 7, 8, reverse, side, side, box, 2, let's leave it front, step, bump, now this time turn, 1, da, da, again, step, side, box, 2, 3, 4. We could turn, we could not turn, doesn't matter. I'm turning to face you quite a bit, but I recommend that you turn all over the place, right? Don't worry about, when you're dancing and having fun with friends, there's no front. Usually, you're just in a room together, right? So, explore different directions. All right, so let's do that again. Step basic, reverse pivot, basic, reverse pivot, step side, box with a turn, and again, box with a turn. Okay, so there you have part of it. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, so we got a basic, a variation, and 2 connector steps.
Nice.
All right, so
Look at
now,
that, all coming together.
I know! All right, so now we're going to look at front side front. It's a variation of the basic Egyptian. So this one is when you do more than one lift on one side. So step any foot you want, front, and then remember the side one, do the side, now do another front. So you're making this shape, you're making an L, all right? So step, base, front, side, front. Step, other foot, front, side, front. Step, side, front, side, front. It's a 4 count. So it counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then our foot is in front, right? So we're going to use that foot, and we're going to do step, turn, step, ball, change. So we're We're going to use our third connector step, all right? So this is my right foot. I've done front, side, front, and then I'm going to step right, turn right, step, ball, change. I'll do another one so I end up facing you. Left, turn left, step, ball, change. In reality, you only need to do one, and then you just take off somewhere else, right? But we're just going to keep going like this.
See you, yes.
So come back to the front. All right, so step, front, side, front, step, front. Now here we go. Step, turn, step, ball, change, step, turn, step, ball, change. Very pretty, isn't it? So when you put some footwork with a little basic step, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so we have, again, front, side, front with the step, turn, step, ball, change. And if you have I don't think Instagram can comment live, can they?
No, you mean like right now? But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you have a question,
yeah.
I know we can do it on Facebook. I can see it. But if you have a question, if this isn't making sense, just type it in. Type it in there, and we'll figure it out, right? All right, but I'm gonna move along. All right, so on that third one again, any foot you want, base step, front, side, front, step, front, side, front, step, turn, and step, ball, change, step, turn, step, ball, change. All right, so our first one to review is basic, reverse pivot, Second one, is that right? Side, side, box. Let's turn with it. And let me see. Step, side, turn. 3, 4, step, front, side, front, step, front, side, front, step, turn, step, ball, change, step, turn, step, ball, change. So we have 3 variations, 3 connector steps.
Ta-da!
Yeah! Yeah!
That's a whole bunch of 8s too. You're like a whole lot of them.
It is.
Very nice.
And guess what? When you change directions, it's a whole new world.
Yep.
The step looks very different. So you can take, it depends on if you're more of a even. I'm a Capricorn, so I like balance. I don't always do it, but I'll sometimes do 3 on one side and 2 on, you don't always have to do it the same. But if you like that and you're matching the music, just take each set, do it 4 times, change directions. It'll look completely different. Then do the second one 4 times, 4 different ways, right? So you can expand this into something quite big. No one will know the formula. They can't tell. All right, so let's try it again. So we have the basic, right, with the reverse pivot. Then we have the side, right, with the box that turns. So on this time, we'll just go side, side, and the first box will turn, and then side, side, and the box will turn. We'll do it that way. Okay. And then we have the L, front, side, front, and front, side, front. After the second one, step, turn, step, ball, change, and then another step, turn, step, ball, change. Okay. We won't do the front side to each side. It just seems like we don't need to. All right? So shall we try that? Did I get that right? Yeah, reverse, box, and then, yeah, okay, we got it. I think we got it.
I think so.
You see how I am? Like, wait, it's been 4 seconds. It's been 4 seconds. I might have forgotten what I've done.
It escaped my mind.
Like, whoop, it comes in to tease me. And then, ha! All right, so basic front, 1, 2, 3, reverse pivot, 5, 6, 7, reverse pivot, step, side, box, turn, 3, 4, and step, side, and box, 2, 3, 4. Now the L, front, side, front, side, front, step, turn, step, ball, change. All right? Yes? Do you think they're thumbs upping?
I hope so.
All right, I hope so.
I think everything's good because we haven't heard any questions.
No questions. All right. So we are going to music.
Go to music, yeah. And if there are any questions, definitely let us know.
Yeah. So now you have your formulas. Do you have to follow this order? No, of course not. I might not. I might mess up and do it completely backwards. So don't worry about what I do. The point reverse, a basic to the side with a box, and then a front side front with the pivot turn, with a step ball change turn. So as long as you kind of put those together, the order, and you can experiment and change the order, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice when you have a thing of 3 things, and then you just play with it and you change and go, well, I'm going to do this one twice, and then the third one, and then the second one, and then I'll do the first one twice. Because it stays in your brain. They become little segments and little pods, right? And this is where you just plug things in. Then you can dance and have fun and not be thinking so much.
Yeah.
All right?
All right.
So here we go.
No stress involved. You just, oh, this is what I'm doing here.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, and step twist, step reverse. Side, side, turning box. Side, side. And an L. Oh, that worked. Step turn. Woo!
Oh, I totally messed it up.
All right, again. Reverse. That was fun. Side. Box. Side. Box. And L. L. Step turn, step ball change. One more time. With these, guess what? You get to pick, right? You've got connector steps and you've got basic things. You can take this formula and plug in other things. It doesn't have to be just this. It's a formula for you to take, right?
Yeah.
All right. So variations on a vertical figure 8. So this is a vertical figure 8. So bend your knees, pick your hip up and in, up and in. So you're making the number 8, right? In a vertical plane. You are contracting your abdominals a lot to get this hip up and in. It's a beautiful sway move. It's really pretty. All right, so vertical 8. Yep. Good. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 7. And then we circle. We're going to circle turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big figure 8, little. Big, little. Big, wait, gotta get this out of my hand. Big, little. So when you do the figure 8, you can have the same size, but we can also do big size and then a little one. Big size and then a little one. And it's easier if it switches sides. You know
I was going to say, can we switch sides?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because otherwise you're going here, and then by the time you're here, it's like, and then this one's done, right? So, my right side, big side on the right, little one on the left, shift, big one on the left, little one on the right.
Oh yeah, that feels way
Big
better.
one on the right, little, big, little, big, little, big, little. So this is all variation of the vertical figure 8.
That's really cool.
All right, so the first one, regular, however many, I don't even know how many we're doing. All right, and then a hip circle. So this isn't really a connector step, but this is what I thought would look really pretty. It's just turning in a circle, right? So regular figure 8, up, up, up. Now turn your hips clockwise or counterclockwise. If you're turning to the right with your hips, turn your body to the right. Opposite if you're going to the left. All right, now just pick a hip. Big, little, big, little, and then our connector step again is the ball change. All right, so big, little, big, little, step, turn, step, turn. All right, that's our connector. And then our third one is, oh yeah, the figure eight, a variation of the figure eight. Come up. Here's the regular. Now right at the end of it, drop. It's really cool. Lift, figure eight, drop. Figure eight, drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So it's just like you let your hip drop out of it. It's really cool. Go up in the circle, get to the very top, and then down, and sit it down. The next one, out, up at the very top, boom, down it goes. Up, and let's drop. Up, and up. Doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be a little crisp moment.
Are you using a booty?
I am just letting my leg fall, and I'm using the squeeze of the opposing glute.
Right.
So as I lift my right hip and I want to take my right hip down, I'm squeezing my left glute, and that's going to think, drop it down. Up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop. Okay, and with this one, we're going to pivot turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and something else. So 1, and
Improv.
2, and 3, and 4, and.
All right, all right.
Okay? So we have figure eight with a drop. Pivot. Good. Big, little. Big, little. Let's do it again. Big, little, big, little. Step, turn. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Figure eight. Normal, normal.
Just kidding.
Normal, normal circle, hip, and hip, and hip. So see, I did the 3, I just did them in reverse.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You can go forward, backward, inside out. I don't care. Wherever you want to go. All right? So that's 3 variations of the figure eight vertical and 3 connector steps. All right?
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what we have here. Two. Oh, I think this is the one that has the big copyright thing.
Number 2, yes.
I tried to make that work.
It was almost there.
It was so
just
close.
a little bit too far.
It just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Was it?
what about, is it miserable on this?
Yes, I think it is.
Oh, this is a good one. No, wait, no, this is better. This goes better. All right, so we got our normal 8s. We've got our big little 8s, and then we have our 8s with the drop. Right? Yeah. Is this it? No, that's not it. Why don't I have these things memorized?
I'm like, I know it's at the end of the album, right?
Is this it? Maybe this will work.
I think this will work.
This might work.
Yeah.
Okay, so regular 8s.
Yeah.
And a hip circle. Yeah, I like this.
There we go. This is number 10.
Number 10. All right, I like it. Take the arms up. And down. And up. And down. Now up. As you come down, hip circle. And let's do it again. down in your belly dance journal. It's good to remember these formulas because, well, maybe you're a normal person, you remember things, but if you're anything like me, by the time you wake up in the morning, well, you'll remember some of it, but it'll be, what was that last night? That was so cool. What was that? Right? So make your notes. So this is your formula, right? Variations of a step. So we did a figure 8 variation, 3 of them. And then we did a basic Egyptian variation, 3 or 4 of those. And then you put your connector steps in between. And like I said earlier, don't just go forward and back. That's what we're doing for you, but go all over the place. And then once you get cozy and comfortable, reverse the order. Do 2 of each of them, and then change directions, or do them backwards, right? And start plugging them in places. It's really a great, easy way to get dancing. Because a lot of people, when can I dance? Well, tonight. You can do it right now. It's not all technique. Just take this and start dancing. Because part of the fun of this is not just the exercise, but it's fun to dance, right? We want to dance. Yeah.
That's really what I do. Exercise is a bonus part for me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did.
I had a good time.
This was fun. Let's see if we have any questions or issues that we can see.
Oh no, Sunita said very nice.
Okay.
And Brenda said lovely.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
We're good? Okay.
No questions, just lots of fun.
Okay, well, this is good. So go forth and dance. And I will see you in a few days. We'll be back on Wednesday at 7:30. And
you have your beginner class as well?
Oh, my beginner class has started for April, so it's Thursdays, Pacific time, 4:10 to 5:20. So if you want information on that, it's on my Facebook page. I posted it. And did we post it on Instagram? I don't think we posted the new dates on Instagram
I don't think so.
Yeah, so you can go to the Facebook page. It's through Eventbrite. So if you just look up Meleah or Meleah Nelson on Eventbrite, my event will come up because it's the only one that I have. Yeah. And you can register and sign up there. So it's 4 Thursdays, well, 3 Thursdays now in April. And it's a beginning level class. It's the foundations of belly dance.
And it's on Zoom, so you get
it's a Zoom
personalized.
Yeah, it's personal. Yeah, it's personal. And it's only, I think, what is it, 10? Yeah, drop in is 12. And if you sign up for all of them, it's 10. So it's very, very reasonable.
Super reasonable. It's not just an hour, it's an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
A little bonus, 10 minutes. Little bonus 10 minutes each time. That's really very reasonable.
Yeah,
more than reasonable.
Try to keep it fair. All right, everyone. So I will say good night. Unless you have any other announcements.
Just remember, videos on YouTube. If you want to look at any of them, they're all there. And comment, like, share everything, everywhere, whenever you can.
Yes, just do that. That's part of your. I'm going to teach. You're going to share. Right? That's what happens.
That's the agreement.
Yeah, that's our agreement.
That's it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to say bye.
And I'll see you very soon. Have a great rest of your weekend. It's Saturday night, right?
Yeah, it is.
Party time.
Party time indeed.
Night night.